Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, see, as of now, we are done with the format of the letter. What are the contents of the letter? What are the 8 C's? That is, what points or what are the essentials of a good business letter which secretary is supposed to concentrate on? In today's topic related to business letter, what we are going to see is physical appearance of the business letter. Okay, no doubt you have written the letter with the proper format and all the 8 C's are considered, but how the letter looks like when it comes to your hand. See, the physical appearance of the business letter is what we are going to see today. A business letter represents the organization, so it should be very attractive. Nowadays business letters are normally sent by emails. Nowadays everything is like happening electronically, so yes, letters are also sent through an email, but when letter is sent in a physical form, the following points should be kept in mind regarding paper quality, size, folding and envelopes. See, the very first one, while writing a letter, format you all know, 8 C's the secretary is keeping in mind, but what is the paper quality of the letter on which the secretary is going to write a letter is also very important. See, the very first one is paper. The paper used for writing should be of a superior quality. It should be of a very good quality. See, you all, you must be doing this in your school days. You try to have a very good book with a very good quality paper for the subject you like, right? If you compare I would say a paper or a classmate paper with any other general paper, you will try to get the difference between the two papers, right? The thickness of the paper, the quality of the paper. So yes, it's very important. See, the paper used for writing letters should be of superior quality. The size of the paper should not be too large or should not be too small. Generally, a white paper of A4 size is used. Now see the size of the A4 size paper. It's not too small and it's not too big. It's a medium size paper, that is A4 size paper of white quality. Of white color paper of good quality should be used. Second is typing, the way you write. Nowadays handwritten letters are rarely used. Letters are usually computer printed, right? You get the letter typed. Typing should be done carefully without any mistakes. A printed letter is attractive and it creates a good impression. See, handwriting differs from people to people. So yes, typing is a key way to have a good impression on the other person. Okay, there comes no matter of what writing the other person has. See, here is an example of a handwritten letter and a typed letter. A typed letter creates a very good impression on the reader. So while typing, make sure the words are correct. There is no mistake in typing. Coming to the third is margin. How much margin you leave is also very important. What is margin? See here in a paper, when you leave some space on all the 4 sides, it's margin. See, proper margin should be left on both sides of the paper, on both the sides and on top and at the bottom as well. Margin gives an attractive look to the reader. In your exams, right, in your board exams, you were asked to have proper margins, that is leaving some space to the right hand side and to the left hand side of your answer sheet, right? The usual margin is 1.5 on both the sides and at the top and at the bottom of the paper. Here is a short example with 2-inch margin, 1 inch on both the sides, and below you have got 1.5-inch margin. So now here it's in this it is said that you should have 1.5 margin on all the sides of the paper. Now comes the part of spacing. How much space you leave between the words. See, sufficient space, sufficient, complete, sufficient is, I would say, enough. Enough space should be provided between words, lines and between the paragraphs as well. Spacing should be uniform, spacing should be same. Spacing makes reading the letter easier. Spacing, now you can see here when in this PPT, see, now you can see I have written I have taken sufficient space between the words, right? I have left proper space between the lines as well. Now see here in this example, use letter spacing properly, use letter spacing properly and below the same. Now see, one is too tight, the other one is normal, and other one is too wide. So now you should have a normal spacing, that is, you can see the difference between the words, how it is written. See, it's very difficult to read when it's too tight, and it's comfortable to read when it is normal, and it is super comfortable, or I would say it's not good, right? Too wide is like, you know, it says that you have a lot of lines or paragraphs or sentences to read, so it is advisable to write in a normal spacing manner. Then you have got letterhead. I have explained you in the last lecture what letterhead is. See, letterhead includes name and address of the sender. We have already seen. Letterhead should be attractive and decent, as it creates first impression on the reader. Now see, it's a short example of a letterhead of Tata Motors. See, above on the top you have got the logo, and below of the letterhead you have got the address, CIN number and everything related to company. Coming to the sixth part is folding the letter. How you're supposed to fold the letter is also very important. See, letter is to be folded before inserting it into an envelope, that is, before putting it into an envelope. Minimum foldings should be made. You have to make sure that there is minimum folding. The receiver should feel convenient to open the folds. Too many fold spoils the contents of the letter, and generally 2 or 3 folds should be made. Now see here, it's properly shown. One you are going to fold it, and then the other one you are going to have a flap, and then you are going to enter the letter in the envelope. That is, I am going to have minimum 2 foldings and not more than that. After that you have got envelope. Envelope plays a very important role. See, size of the envelope should not be very big or too small. Complete address of the receiver should be typed on the envelope. It should be the same as the inside address. Inside address, the receiver's address which we have seen in a letter which you are going to write, the envelope should contain the same address. See, generally window envelope are used. What is window envelope? See, this is this kind of envelopes which have a gelatin kind of paper, so that you can see what is written inside on that paper in an envelope should be seen. This envelope is known as window envelope. Generally, window envelopes are used. If a window envelope is used, the letter should be folded in such a way that the inside address appears below the window. Now see, here I am going to have a fold in such a manner that when I am going to insert, when I am going to put this letter or this paper in the envelope, I can see the address from this window, that is, see through from the envelope. Clear? This is what are the points you are supposed to keep in mind regarding presenting a letter in a physical form. That's all for today, class. Thank you.